Welcome everybody back to another episode of Gambling Nights. We are on episode 7.
Lucky number
I am the
7.
host. I am the president. They call me Most Money. Of course, I got the homie with me. Be humble on these late night escapades. We here to have a good time. We're not here for a long time, as they say. What's good, bro?
We here, man. Lucky number 7. Appreciate all the support that we got out there. So let's get to it, man. There's a lot going on out here in these sporting streets, bro. Left and right every day. It's something new.
Yeah, man. I know it's crazy the storylines that we got for y'all today. And just come on in, right? Just come on in. If you got, we all got this something going on. I know I got something going on personal. We all got something going on, but this is the escape. This is where you need to be to get away a little bit, talk a little bit of shit. I got a couple things here that we about to get into. Let me get my cup, my ice, and we're gonna get right into the thick of it with these sporting streets and talks that we got on Gambling Nights here, Right Home Money Pot betting channel and show. And make sure on all social media platforms, if you like talking this stuff, if you like banging with us in terms of talking the sports, hitting the gambling spots, we got shows after shows and content after content. Make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the follow button, notification. You know the whole spiel. Just make sure you do it. Cost you nothing. The community is booming. We're on our way to 3,000. I said it, I feel like 2 weeks ago, we just hit 25. Now we're really close to hitting three. Next thing you know, we're gonna be hitting 4, 5, and you already know how it go. We're just gonna keep moving up these ranks. Hopefully get an award somewhere sometime, man. That's what I want. I saw Shannon Sharp got a couple awards, man. I want a couple awards too. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
man. Let's
So
get it.
let's keep doing it. Let's keep perfecting the craft, and we can't do it without y'all. So appreciate all the support and what you guys do for us. All right, humble, it's out right now. And if you want to see a special Eagles video, wait to the end of the show, or you can just kind of once you hit the replay, go to the end of the show, and I'll drop a special Eagles video that they drop about the schedule. But 2024 NFL schedule has been released as of right now. Now, the Eagles schedule, we'll talk about the Eagles real quick. The Eagles schedule leaked early, and I think it was pretty spot on what I sent in the chat. So let's go right through it real quick here. Week 1 to 18, we got Packers in Brazil. We got opening day Falcons, Monday Night Football, Saints. Bye. They're gonna give us. I feel like they gave us the early bye, man. I hate the early bye.
I hate the early buy.
Week 5. I hate the early bye. At least midway, maybe 7, week 8. But
Hmm.
they gave us the early bye at 5. Then we got the Browns home at Giants at Bengals. Then it looks like a little bit of a tough stretch here in the middle of the schedule. Jags at home for Sunday night football. Then out Cowboys, and then you turn right around and hit the Commanders for Thursday night football. And then at the Rams, at the Ravens, and then home for the Panthers, home for the Steelers, and then we run through the NFC East at the end here to kind of go through. But I must say, this schedule is not as hard as it was last year. At
Not
least I
even
feel
close.
like it.
Not even close.
I feel like it. I feel like if they don't win 12 games, it'd be a shame. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't see how they don't win 12 games. Talk to me, bro. What games do you really like or interested in on this schedule for the Philadelphia Eagles for the 2024 NFL live reactions?
I mean, well, first thing I'm just happy. I mean, last year we were in a rough spot. It was a very tough schedule, especially in the middle heading to the end of the year. And obviously, we got hit real hard with that. We started off strong in that big stretch, and then we just completely fell off a cliff.
It was after the
But
San Fran game.
yeah, after that, all that energy we put out there, it was a lot of backstories on a lot of those games within that last year. I think this year we're kind of coming in fresh. I think we have a lot of expectations for this football team. Everybody's happy. Everybody's paid. There's not one particular game. I just thought the section between week 10 and week 13, and you can kind of go a little bit earlier to week 8 through week 13 is going to be probably our toughest stretch. A little mini buy in between there gives us a little bit of a breather. But like you said, we're going from the Cowboys to what Washington to Baltimore, and then it's
Ravens, Ravens, then
what's right
Baltimore.
what's
I'm sorry. I'm
Ravens
sorry. I'm the Rams. The Rams.
Rams, and they're both
Rams, then
away.
Baltimore.
Rams, LA, and Baltimore is away, right?
Yep.
So you have that little bit of coast to coast coming back over. I feel like we're always in LA every year now. So that's probably the
You ever been to
toughest
LA?
stretch I
You
ha
ever been
at
to? Yeah.
at the stadium.
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
gone to the new stadium yet, no.
Okay. Okay.
Um, but I mean, I think the schedule is favorable. I'm not a predicting type of dude. I don't really like to forecast what I think is going to happen because we never know. But I think you're right when you're essentially saying 12 wins. It looks like a 12 win type of season, if not more.
Yeah.
Let's see how we look though. I gotta take it from Brazil on. I'm a week to week guy. I've
Yeah.
learned to have to do that with this football team without stressing out. I'm just gonna take it a game at a time, man. That's what I'm gonna do.
Man. F all the soft stuff, man. Let's go. 12
I
wins,
am.
baby.
I'm
You
tired of
know
hurting
what
my
I
heart,
mean?
man. I'm tired of
Yeah,
hurting my
12,
heart.
12, 12 wins, man. Let's get it, bro. You know what I mean? As
You
Kendrick
ain't learn
say.
you ain't learned your lesson yet.
What? What lesson do I need to learn?
How many wins you had this last year?
Oh, how many did I have?
You had
I
us a
mean, it was
lot.
more than 10.
You was Wing up that damn fucking that schedule.
Bro, we started out 10. No, though. Like,
Yeah.
it looked pretty. You weren't expecting them to fall off like that. Like,
No.
maybe some regression a little bit, but to fall off the way they did, we weren't
Off a
expecting the
cliff.
Eagles to fall off on the
Off a
cliff like
cliff.
that.
So yeah, that's what I'm
Um,
saying. Week to week, man. Week to week. Hey, week to week.
Yeah, yeah, no, week to week, and I want to talk about some other games here that look like are some pretty big games, some pretty big spots, some pretty big storylines that got released on Yahoo Sports here, and I'll just read them off and go down the list here. So one of the big games, week 2, Pittsburgh Steelers at Denver. Russell
That's the game
Wilson,
you talking about? That's how you
yeah,
start off with that game?
they
Pittsburgh?
got it ranked at 10. They
We
got it
got
ranked at 10.
oh, it's ranked at 10. So you're going 10 to 1?
10 to 1, 10 to 1.
Okay.
This
All
is
right. Okay.
the
Okay.
best games on the schedule
Okay. I get it.
to what the storylines already built in,
Sound good.
right? With
All
the
right.
storylines already built in. So Pittsburgh going to Denver, obviously Russell Wilson going back to Denver. Week 2, this is a late game, but week 14, Atlanta travels to Minnesota. Kirk Cousins returns to Minnesota for the first time. Um, maybe Michael Penix Jr. might be even.
Right.
Well, no. I
You said
won't
week
say that. I
what?
won't put that
Week
kind.
14?
14. Yeah, that's a
I
long
mean, we
way.
don't know what's going to happen in Atlanta by that time.
Yeah, we don't know that. Week 8, Chicago and Washington. So Williams and Jalen Daniels, Caleb Williams uh, will pick 1 and 2,
Mhm.
uh, seeing what that looks like. Then notable one is the Bears host the New England Patriots on November 10th. So you get some Caleb Williams versus, I said Caleb,
Caleb.
um, Caleb, Caleb Williams versus Drake.
1 and
And then
2.
we got, week 12, the Harbaugh brothers, Jim and John, Baltimore at the Chargers. Should be a hell of a game.
That should be
Week 12.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that's number 8. That's number 8. Oh, we did make the list. 7, Green Bay versus Eagles. Open up the season, week 1 in Brazil. So that should be see what Jordan Love really is about. You know what I mean? That should be a hell of a game. A
Yeah.
lot of people in that stadium for sure.
Yeah. And Packers did
Um,
a lot of good things over the offseason. Depending on how they get through camp and health wise, I think that first week is going to be a tough week for the Philadelphia Eagles, man. So,
yeah,
let's see.
I agree. I agree. They have Detroit Lions at Cowboys week 6. Not sure about
It's a rematch.
the storyline so much
But that's
out
the
there.
rematch game because of
Oh,
the
the offensive tackle, dude.
yeah, plus the timeout and then the
Okay.
eligible receiver. He went
Yeah,
forward 3
yeah,
times on the goal line. Like it was
yeah.
a lot
It was
going
a
on that game.
tackle. Yeah, the
Hmm.
offensive tackle. Yeah, 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 yeah. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Okay. Yeah, that should be a good game.
Where's that?
That's week
Dallas? Or is that
six.
that's in Detroit?
It's at Dallas. It's in Dallas.
Okay.
All right. So now we get in the top five. Top five. New York Jets at 49ers, week one.
Yeah,
That should be a hell of a
Monday
game.
Night Football. We know what happened last year. Monday
Yeah,
Night Football.
yeah, that should be a hell of a game. A hell of a game. We'll really see what the Jets are like
Yeah.
going against the 49ers. Week five, ranked number four, the Stephon Diggs Bowl, Buffalo Bills at Houston. That's
Okay.
gonna be a that's gonna be crazy, bro.
I don't know.
You don't think so?
I mean, I mean, let's
Buffalo
see.
at
I'm more
Houston?
interested in seeing what the young cat out of Florida State's going to do for Buffalo. Coleman.
Oh,
You know,
Coleman.
I like his personality, man. He's one of those guys you
He's
want to put in
goofy.
front of a mic. He has that really
Mm.
personable personality.
What do you
So
say? Tiger, wish you would.
Tiger wish he would, yeah. So I'm sure he's a good locker room dude. He probably
Yeah.
making everybody laugh. So I'm more interested in seeing that. I don't care about Stephon Diggs going to Houston. I think Houston's gonna be a good team. They
Hmm.
added Stephon Diggs. Is Tank Dell gonna be healthy? That'll be helpful. So we'll see what happens.
Now, I'm not sure if this game is going to mean anything at this point, but number three is Detroit Lions at San Francisco 49ers, week 19 at Niners. I'm not sure. It's just going to be two powerhouses at that point, but they might have their divisions and they could be, something on for the conference, NFC conference at that point too,
Mhm.
some seeding. But I don't expect this game to be much of anything at week 17. All right,
Is it 17 or
top
19? You said 17, right? You just said
we're at
17.
17. 17. All right. Number two is the Baltimore Ravens at the Kansas City Chiefs. That's a week one game.
I
That's
know.
in week one, bro.
It's opening. That's the first game of the season, I think, right?
Is it the first game of the season?
I think it's the first game of the season.
Ooh, yeah, September 5th.
Yep.
Wow.
Open up with a
And
bang.
Arrowhead.
And watch that be on like Netflix or something crazy to what the damn NFL doing right now.
Yeah, with the
Ridiculous.
streaming. We'll get to that. And before I get to week one, I'm sorry, not week one, the number one rated game that they have here of the 2024 NFL season. Make sure you guys are watching out there. Make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification button, hit all those things that make the show go round and round as we continue to build up Money Pot Betting and the Money Pot Show. All right, just wanted to drop that little bit in there. Number one game, week seven, Super Bowl rematch, Kansas City Chiefs at the San Francisco 49ers. Running it back is the number one game of the 2024 season as they have it set right now. Looking at all these games, I think they got it pretty close. I mean, I think a couple of those week one games are like you got Green Bay and Eagles, Jets and Niners,
Hmm.
Ravens and Chiefs.
Yeah.
I mean, week one is it's going to be crazy.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
see
gonna be some.
what let me we in our bag, right, with our betting. And don't forget Bird's Eye View podcast should be back on here fairly shortly in the next week where we look at the Eagles in the NFL at a bird's eye view, looking at it as a GM owner. Um, the homie Sharp and Ernie B love that type of talk. I'm just there. Like I'm just there.
Good show though. Great show. Great show.
I'm just there to join them and watch them geek out. All right, let's look at. Let me bring it up on this. Let me bring it up on the tab. Let me show you guys real quick the lines that we have for week one. Now we're not going to tell you what we like. I think it's way too early to even think about how to bet these games. Now some people might be betting these games already, and that's fine. That's cool. Let me move the banner so everybody can see it. But Thursday night, -3, +3. looks about right. Eagles favored by -1.5 on Friday, and Brazil looks about right. I like the Cardinals here already with that 7. Wish it was 7.5. Wow. The Giants and the Vikings are damn near a pick. Atlanta and the Steelers, 2.5. Chicago and Tennessee, -4. Kind of like Chicago there. -8 for the Bengals and Patriots.
Mm,
Look at this short line. Houston and the Colts. Mm, that's really short.
mm.
I don't know about that. That's a line you take now almost.
If you like Houston,
Of course. Anthony Richardson?
he's
Come on,
back,
man.
right?
Yeah. I don't know about that. That's a real short line. I don't know why that is like that. All right. The Jags and
I like the
Miami.
over in that. That's what I would take. I'll take the over in that all day.
I like team total Houston all day. But hold on, the coaches got to. Then they. I got to go back. I think they did okay on defense. I thought. I thought they shored up some defensive holes there that they
Well, I
had
know
before.
one thing I do know is that CJ can put up some points for Texas. So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Inside on the dome too, fast track. Yeah, I like team total over there for Texans. Then we got Miami and Jacksonville
me too.
-4. Carolina and the Saints -4.5. The Raiders and the Chargers. That line looks pretty good. I kind of like the Raiders there. Chargers
Mm.
with that. Chargers don't got no home field. Raiders
Well,
going.
yeah,
It's gonna be
they're gonna
deep.
be in there for sure. It's gonna be a bunch of
Yeah, Raiders gonna be
black
deep.
and silver.
Yeah, Raiders gonna be deep in that stadium for sure. Raider fans gonna travel for sure. We got Denver and Seattle -4.5. Cleveland and Cowboys are a pick. Washington, Tampa 3.5. And then the Rams and Lions. And then next you know, you got the Jets and the Niners. Damn, this Niners are -5.5. Wow. Whew. Some kind of tough lines there.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
I wouldn't
it's
bet.
still week one. I like the week one though. It's gonna be some good
Yeah,
games up and down.
I wouldn't bet. I wouldn't bet anything. Damn, they already got week 2 up here. Look at that.
That's
I
week two.
wouldn't bet. Yeah, that's week 2.
Mm.
I wouldn't bet anything. You got to get me through training camp. I'm not putting any money.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, like it's way,
Let's see what
way,
these
way,
injuries gonna look
way.
like. See what the
Yeah,
injury list is
right.
gonna look like. Who's gonna be
Way,
starting?
way too early.
Yep.
Way, 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 way too early. Way too early for me.
Only
Way
one
too
thing I
early
like
for
on
me.
there was that Houston Colts Oilers Oilers. Houston
Did you
Colts
say
over.
Oilers? You
I
must be
did say the
tired, dog.
I said the
The
Oilers.
Oilers?
Man, the Houston
Damn.
Oilers, baby.
Techno Bull Warren Moon. Oilers?
Right? I said
Man.
Oilers. But anyway, I like the Houston Colts over. I do like that. I
Okay.
think that's going to be a fast up and down type of game.
A big game. Yeah. All right.
48 too short.
Yeah. Yeah. It's still too early. I can't bet this early. It's not even like Cats, they just got
And mind
done.
you, we don't want to wish
Can't.
no injuries on anybody, but unfortunately, in a game of football, this is what happens.
Yeah,
So, you know,
for sure. All right, let's swing it back to something we talked about last week in episode 6. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. We had talked about this a little bit before. Now, there's been some crazy speculations. Come on, let's get the official rules. So, right now, the official rules of the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight are the fight will be contested at heavyweight. There is a maximum of 8 2-minute rounds. Knockouts are allowed. They will wear 14-ounce gloves compared to what, 10, right? Is what they typically wear, right?
mhm.
Okay. And then they will not wear headgear, and results will go on the contestants' official records, what we talked about last week. It has now been sanctioned as an official fight. But the rumor is there's speculations built into this contract that if Mike Tyson knocks out Jake Paul early in the rounds, he does not get paid his full amount of purse for this fight. FYI, it's a scale type kind of
12 ounces.
sanction. What's that?
It's 12 ounces. Sorry.
12 ounces. Okay, it's scaled to where if Mike makes the fight go longer, he gets paid more money. The speculation is, or the rumor is, that if Mike Tyson knocks out Jake Paul in round 1 or 2, he does not get paid. So he has to last the full rounds of the boxing match. I feel like every time I say something, you got to tap dance because anything you say could be no Diddy. Like, anything and everything is up for grabs
That
with
is
this
true.
shit nowadays with no Diddy. So, with that being said, if that is true, humble, put your mind as best you can into Tyson's psyche. Why in the hell are you taking this fight if you can't knock this man out or go? You got to go into deep waters for whatever reason. Like, why is Mike Tyson in this fight right now?
All it can be is money. But you already I told you how I feel about this fight.
He got money though. I
I
feel
don't want to see Mike in this fight. I don't want to see Mike and Jake Paul fight. I don't want to see it. That's not something I'm interested in seeing. Am I going to watch it? Yeah, because I'm a Mike
because it's
guy,
free on Netflix.
and it's free. I probably would have found a way to stream it somehow, legally, illegally, quote unquote. But it's just one of them things that the fight is being pushed into Jake's favor. So if I'm a betting man, which I am, my money's on Jake. It's on. It was
Oh
already on Jake.
shit!
Yeah.
Really?
If the rules are what we're saying they are, and the way the contract is shaped, it
Wow, he
wants the
said
game
it's
to go
on
to the
Jake.
card. The game go if the fight goes to the cards, it's going to go to Jake Paul. It's the
Yeah,
bottom line. So if you're Mike Tyson, you're not going to get paid within this contract without extending the fight, which is alleged, right? We don't have the hardcore contract, so this is all alleged. If that's the case, then Mike Tyson's in trouble as far as taking his L. Because nobody wants. I
that's
mean,
crazy.
Mike's not going to fight again, right? It's going to be Jake that's going to continue to fight. So it's one of them things that. Uh-oh.
Yeah, my bad.
So for me, Jake Paul or nothing, unfortunately.
That's so crazy that you just said that. I can't believe you
I
said
mean,
that.
if the
I
cards are
mean,
shifted,
I think Jake is favored anyway.
yeah,
I think we talked
we
about
did.
this, and I think we looked at it.
It was two to
I'm
one when
pretty
we
sure
saw it.
Jake Paul is favored in this fight. It's the fights this weekend, right?
No, it's the end of the year, isn't it?
End of the year? I
Let
don't
me
think
check.
it's end of the year. They're not doing it that far in advance.
No, no, I'm
Let me see.
sorry.
If,
I'm looking right
I
now.
feel like it's this weekend.
No, this week is somebody
They
else
just
is
did the face off.
this is Tyson Fury's weekend.
No, is it really Tyson
Yeah, I think Tyson Fury fights this weekend.
and
The 18th,
Usyk?
like that. Yeah, that's this weekend.
Oh wow, it is this weekend. Damn, you ain't hear no buzz about that. That's a big fight.
Yeah, that's at 5 p.m. So it's probably not. Where is it at? Somewhere overseas, somewhere, right?
I said at 6.
Yeah, that means it's somewhere definitely overseas. If that's the time to fight.
That's crazy.
So
Wow. And it's a
uh,
short line. I'm looking at the line.
July
Tyson's
20th, July 20th, July 20th is Tyson Paul.
because they did the face off with Fury. I mean not Fury with Mike and Paul.
I missed that.
Yeah, they did the face off. That's why I thought it was this weekend because they did the face off.
Yeah, that might be the beginning of that promo though. They got a whole
They've
month.
been promoing for a while, but damn,
But the
Fury and
official promo.
Usyk.
You know what I mean?
Yo, that's crazy that Fury and Usyk is this Saturday, and there is nothing. I haven't heard a peep for this fight,
That is true. You're right.
man.
But it's not a. It's
We're
not going
talking
to be
about
on. It's not going to be on our turf though.
undisputed championship match.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What's it
Like
going to be
that's
on? That's the
crazy.
question.
I mean, it's gonna be on pay-per-view for sure. They
Yeah,
not
but
giving that
who's
one
pay per
away.
view? Let's see.
I don't know.
Fury versus Usyk.
That's crazy, yo. I didn't even know Fury and Usyk was fighting this weekend. Mm. That's crazy. Shouldn't even be like
Box
that.
watch. Let's see. Let's see what it says. Let's see. Let's see. When's the fight? UK time. Where can I watch the coverage? Yeah, it's on Sky. That's Sky Channel. So it looks
Oh
like it's
yeah,
going to be on. Yeah, it's gonna probably. I don't know. I don't know. It's not no. It's not gonna be on like our pay per view.
it's got to be. It's a heavyweight championship fight, bro. Like,
I'm
there's
looking.
no
It says
way.
that it will be shown live on Sky Sports Box. That's like the UK stuff.
There's no way. We'll find out. We'll find out for sure. We'll find out. We'll keep it moving. We'll circle back. That's so crazy that you said Usyk and Fury are fighting this weekend. Undisputed heavyweight championship, and we're talking about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson because that's what's being shown in our faces. That's so crazy.
Live streams in 200 countries. So I'm sure we're one of them.
Yeah, come on. It's heavyweights too. Like, talking about heavyweights, bro.
You can tune through Dan's and DAZN's network. So
Yeah. All right. We'll
yeah,
talk. Yeah.
Dan's network. That's what it's on.
Oh, Danza,
Mm-hmm.
DAZN. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Damn, that's crazy. I didn't even know that. I'm about to call the homie up and see if he getting it. Gotta check
So
that
it was a
joint
big
out.
fight. It was a big fight.
That's a huge fight.
Who you like?
That's,
Who you like?
Fury.
Like Fury? You
Yeah,
a
for
bad
sure.
boy though.
And Usyk lost his last fight,
Yeah, he did.
and he lost it to the Brit boy. And he and that his that weakness has been shown before. He's weak to the gut. You know what I mean? He's got a problem with protecting that gut. I don't know, whatever it is. He's just soft there, and the boy exposed it, and he lost that fight. That was on. I think that was a bad. That was a knockout, and they said it was a low blow in that fight. I remember watching that fight. That was in his country too. You know what I mean? If I'm not mistaken, it was in the rain too. I remember watching
Let
that
me
fight.
see. I think we might be wrong
It was a
about that.
British boy that he fought.
I think we might be wrong, brother.
What?
Usyk is undefeated.
Yeah. He knocked Bull out, but he lost the fight though. Like, if you
Uh,
watch that fight,
you saying in
if
the
you
fight
if
he lost, but
yeah, in the fight he lost.
he
They
got he
called it a
knocked him out.
low. He knocked him out, but they called it a low blow. But it was on the belt.
Mm,
It was on the belt of his trunks. He said and he was down, and not even that. The ref gave him like literally like 5 minutes.
mm.
Like, it was a long recovery.
I missed that one.
Yeah, no, that was a good fight. It was at the height of like the Ukraine and all that stuff going over there. So that's why they did it over there to kind of get some economy and stuff like that. It was over there. Is he? I don't know. I think it was in Poland. It might have been in Poland or something like that. But I remember it because it was in the rain too. I remember seeing that fight. He should have
Mm.
lost. He lost that fight. He lost that fight.
Well, he won, but he should have. You saying he should have won? He should have
Yeah, he
lost.
should have. He won. He won, but he should have lost that fight. He
Right.
knocked Bull out eventually, but he should have won. He should have lost that fight because he got knocked out. Yeah, I got Fury in that. That line's too close. I might have to put like almost 5 units on that. I might hit my man.
Woo!
Oh yeah, yeah,
Five, boy. You get a five one, a 5 unit.
yeah. And Fury, yeah. Unless Fury just don't care. Like, Usyk not going to knock
Oh, that's
Fury
even.
out.
That's even. That's an even line.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I gotta go with the champ. Gotta go with the champ.
Have you
Gotta go
seen
with
how
the
he
champ.
look? What's Tyson look like? What's his training look like?
It don't matter. Tyson being there looking chubby as hell regardless. Who we talking about? You know what I mean? And as much as people talk crap about Wilder, Wilder is probably the best and top five best knockout artists ever. You know what I mean? It's not his fault that tomato cans been put in front of him. You know what I mean? It's not his fault. But he's like, was he like 40-3 with like 38 knockouts? I ask you this. I ask you this. I ask you this, bro. Because we talk about Mike all the time. Who is Mike knocked out?
Everybody.
Okay, name him. Name somebody notable that Mike is knocked out. I ask y'all out there.
Got me going in my
Facebook,
bag now.
Twitter. Name somebody notable. Name somebody of credibility that Mike Tyson has knocked out.
At the time, I'm gonna have to go down this list now. Let me look now.
Come on, man.
Now you got me looking.
Mike got tomato cans, bro. Mike don't got no names on his list.
Let's take a look here.
Maybe the bull from Britain when he won the championship as the youngest heavyweight champion. I forget his blockhead ass name. That bull was shaped like a. He had a box. His head was blocky. He looked like Bo. He looked like a British Bo Jackson. I forget his name.
Did he knock out?
He ain't knock out nobody. He ain't knock out nobody, bro. He ain't knock out no names. They ain't no. They ain't no notable.
Here we go. I got the list now for you.
It ain't no notable names on there, bro. I'm telling you. They tomato cans. They all tomato cans. And I'm not taking anything away from Mike. I love Mike. Because I'm a boxing fan. So I love Mike. And we ain't never seen nothing like Mike. We ain't never seen Money Gate like Mike. You know what I mean? And we talking about Tyson.
He didn't knock TKO.
Knocked out who?
Larry Holmes.
Who? You talking about Larry when he was 50?
He knocked out
old ass 50-year-old Larry Holmes. Come on, man.
Now Michael Spinks is a good knockout.
It was Spinks. Right. That's who it was. It was Spinks.
Spinks is a big knockout.
He knocked out Spinks. Right. But you talking about Mike who got damn near 50 fights.
Frank Bruno though. That was a tough fight for him. He knocked him out twice.
Bruno was the British bull.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that too. He's got 2 notable knockouts out of like 40 something.
Yeah, because nobody wanted to fight Mike. What you mean? Nobody wanted to fight Mike.
Okay, but I'm just saying. Like, you got to put Wilder in that same conversation as greatest knockout artist. I don't care what you think about the man. I don't. But what you gotta understand, Wilder's had almost 50 fights, I think, and he has almost 47 knockouts. That's special type of power. He put Fury on his back. Fury's even come out and said, "I was out cold. I was gone.
He heard that bell.
I was out.
That dong hit, and he got right up.
He did like the Undertaker.
That was crazy.
He popped right up. He popped up because Wilder was in the corner dancing. He was shimmying.
Yeah,
I thought it was over too because he hit him when he was falling.
I would say that's probably one of the craziest get up from a knockout of all time because the way
you wasn't expecting that.
He was at like 7.
Wilder puts them all out.
Hey, he was like boom, got his ass right up and didn't finish the fight. I mean, so you just want to say Nike. I think this is where I get I kind of fade away when you say knockout artist or you give art to Wilder. He just is gifted.
I mean, is he reckless? Is he wild? Absolutely.
No boxing.
But what I'm saying is his power is special.
His power. He's definitely elite power, and he will be right up there with Mike Tyson. Yes,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. He has special.
The artist part, it kind of gets me a little bit. It gets me. But it's got to be special to find that connection. But definitely in the top for as far as power. For sure.
Oh yeah, that's all I'm saying. He's in the top 5 in terms of being able to knock people out, without a doubt. There's no question. There's no question about that. Speaking about stepping up and knocking them down, and we're not talking about going to Brazil. Oh, we got Bronny out here looking good. Look at Bronny out here. That's 2. Let's count them, bro. 3. I don't even know how many he made. He jogging though.
Are we looking at this drill right here?
4.
This is your NFL. This is your NBA combine. You jogging across the court.
5.
I don't want to sound like a hater, man.
Look, look,
I'm a Bronny fan.
I don't know who this guy under the rim is clapping because he's a big Bronny fan. I'll tell you that. He's a big Bronny fan. So you see him, he the only one clapping. You see him under the basket. I think we had 7 or 8 that he up to, bro.
What does this
Uh,
mean?
uh,
What's this mean?
so I mean, let's talk about it, man. Is Bronny stock? I mean, he just went around the world. He started right back. So we got 10 or 11.
What are we
I mean,
talking
it's practice. What we talking about? We talking about practice, right? We talking about practice is what we talking about. I'm gonna ask you, man. I'm gonna be straight up, man. What you got? Is Bronny stuck up or down after what we've seen so far in the NBA combine from the little workout video that we just saw? And I think he had about 13 or 14 points in his first kind of scrimmage game. I think he went like 4 for 10. And supposedly he had, pretty much really, really good, defensive intensity, out there on ball. Giannis brothers in the league. That's all I'm about to say. Giannis Antetokounmpo's brother is in the league, Brent. That joker's in the league. He just, by the way, sidebar. I don't know what he was doing, but he tore his Achilles.
he's probably moving to some boxes. That's probably what happened. I don't know what he did. It wasn't on the basketball court. We know that. That's for sure. It wasn't on the basketball court.
Oh man, talk to
This
me, man.
this
What
is
you
my
think
thing
about
about
Bronny? Right, Bronny gonna get drafted, bro.
oh God. This is my thing. First off, LeBron James,
Hmm.
that's my guy. Why
Your
why
guy.
why you do this to Bronny? Why?
What do you mean? Why? Why he do? Well, he
I
didn't
mean,
do nothing to Bronny.
he did a lot to Bronny. You put
What
Bronny in
he
the
do?
spotlight. You put Bronny in the spotlight when he
How?
when
He's like, what do you
he's
want him?
not ready. The
He's not ready.
He's not ready. You the
I
one
don't
that
know.
came
I,
up
I
you the
think he's
one that
ready.
came out and said, "Oh, my son can play at this level and beat some of these guys in the league." That's what he said. You said that I want to play with your son. This is my goal is to play with my son. You put all this pressure out there for these teams to just pick up Bronny Jr. just to possibly have you and land you a spot. Is that what you want your legacy of your child to be? Is that what you want Bronny's future to have to be drafted
Well,
because his dad is on like come on.
well,
You already his dad. That's already tough itself.
Bronny tried to come out and separate it. Right? He has already been
He shouldn't
reported
have
that.
to.
What? But you got to. You're LeBron
But
James'
he
son,
shouldn't
bro.
have to. That's why I said
No, he got to.
LeBron James Sr.
Yeah,
has set his son up. First off, he ain't 6'4", he's 6'1".
and a half.
That's right there is the issue. That's why when I watched the game and I'm sitting there thinking, yo, why he looks so small on the court? He's supposed to be 6'4", to find out we've been bamboozled and lied to. He's only 6'1" and a half.
Yeah. And it's crazy too because every single publication from ESPN to USC had Bronny James Jr. at 6'4"
At six
listed.
four.
But they all lie. We know this.
But that's me and you
A-
taller than
AI,
you are taller than
AI been 6'3", 6'4" for a long time too, bro.
I get that. AI is Bronny AI.
Oh no, no, of
It's
course not.
Bronny
Of
Damian
course not.
Stoudemire. It's
No.
As a matter of fact, it's Bronny Jalen Brunson right now.
Oh come on, man. We
But that's what I'm
J-
saying. So what do you want for this is my
Jalen the best player in the playoffs right now.
so what absolutely. So what do you want from Bronny? You want him to be the 12th man on the bench? You want him to be in a G League? You want him to be overseas in a year? Stay in school. Get work on what you want as far you will obviously be a point guard. Work on your game as far as being a point guard, a distributor, a ball
Mm.
handling skills. Right now, you're just an athlete. He's an athlete that can shoot the outside jumper and can guard because he ain't played nobody yet. But who's he going to guard at the two position? Who you going to guard? Who you going to guard at the one position?
Yeah, he can't play it too. He's too small to play it too.
Who we going to guard at the point guard?
Yeah, I mean, hey, man. All I said was Giannis's brothers in the league.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all I got.
different. Nobody, no.
That's all I
salute.
got.
That's a grown man. I don't want to disrespect the man, but nobody on the planet is looking for Theanis Antetokounmpo, whatever how you say his last name. Nobody. But
Antetokounmpo.
everybody gonna be looking at Bronny and seeing how Bronny doing. Oh, where's Bronny at? And then you're gonna see Bronny way down on that bench and
Mm,
possibly on one way out the door, and it's gonna be like, damn, that's my problem. Let that kid grow, do his own thing, build his game up at the college level, and then come out when he's ready.
mm. I don't know, man. I'm on the other side of this. I think because his name is so polarized right now,
Are
whether
you
you
going
like
to
him or
are you
not.
going to, are you buying a ticket to see Bronny?
I mean, is LeBron gonna be there?
This is what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So when you tell me his stock is up and his name is so polarizing, he don't even have a
Yeah.
brand. Like what we talking about?
What do you mean he got a? He.
He
What do you
not
mean
fill-
we
is
don't
he
got a
filling
brand?
seats?
Is he filling seats? I mean, he is because
Are
his
you
last name
going
is
to see
James.
Bronny? Are you going to see Bronny James?
I'm going to see LeBronny James and hope LeBron James is going to be there.
And if LeBron is not there,
All right. Well, I'm going to watch the game.
because he's not going to play, that's
I
why
mean,
you
he
gonna watch
probably
the game.
won't. He probably
That's what I'm
won't.
saying. So this whole thing about his stock, he don't need money. He don't need it. This kid
No,
don't
of
need
course
it.
not.
Right. So like
No,
work on
but
being a
what I'm
better guy.
saying is from his name itself. Because is it not possible if he goes back to school and he doesn't say he goes to Duquesne like we talked about before? And
Perfect example.
I need to shout you out about that because you were on the Duquesne boat before a lot of people even talked about him going to Duquesne.
Hmm.
That was on Money Pot. That was on Gambling Nights. That was Be Humble. Um, so if he goes back to Duquesne and he's the man, but he don't show up, crushes his stock. He won't get drafted. Like it'll be even worse than it was before. He has an opportunity to make the league now, and his numbers are as low as they could be. Well, he shot 35% at USC, averaged 4 points. He's undersized. He's F A B C D that you can find negative, but for some reason, somehow he's talked about being drafted. And now we're saying, hey, go back to college and see if you can be a star. And if you can't be a star, he's finished. He ain't making it. He not getting drafted. He got a chance to get drafted at least. I think he's making the right decision. There ain't nothing back for him in college. What's in college for him?
So we
Work on
just
his
want
game?
everybody just want him to be drafted. That's what we want. We just hope that he get his name
No,
called.
no, 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 no,
What
no,
are we
no, no, no.
talking about?
I'm
He gonna
not
be the
saying.
same bum if he can't do anything in Duquesne,
You
then he
gonna
just
say
gonna
you're
be
not
a
gonna talk
bum in
about
the
a grown
NBA.
man, and you gonna talk about the youngin to call him a bum already?
I'm talking about what
He ain't
you're
been
saying.
touching
I'm
basketball in the NBA.
I'm saying about what you're saying. If you're saying that he cannot be, I'm not even saying being a man. I'm saying developing his skill. I really want him to be developed as a point guard because that's the position he's going to have to play in the next level. He
Can
needs
he
to work on
develop
his.
at Duquesne?
I think he can. I think he's gonna
You
be
think
coached
so?
well enough. I think he'll be able to get at least be at a position where he can play and focus at the point guard position.
Well, he
Work
gonna be a
work.
gun at Duquesne.
Well, you don't have to be a gun.
Why not?
If he
His
if
name
it
is he,
he doesn't have to. This is the
his
problem.
name is he's
Y'all want to.
Bronny
It
James.
doesn't matter. This is why he's in the situation he's in now. This is why he was an All American, right? This is why he's at the draft now. If he was anybody else but Bronny James, we would not be talking about him.
Okay, but that's not the scenario. I get what you're saying, and I agree with what you're saying. But the scenario is that his name is Bronny James. And if he goes to Duquesne and he averages 10-2, or no, 10-4, he ain't getting drafted, dog. Like, he not. He got to average 20 and something at Duquesne.
But he's gonna get drafted out of USC, averaging 4 points.
Yes, right now, yes.
How does that make sense?
I don't, but he will. He will. But what I'm saying is because of who he is and because his name is so polarizing, and if he goes to a smaller school, even though Duquesne had a good run last year, If he goes to Duquesne, he has to be absolutely the man. He cannot sit back.
Do you
He
think he can be the
cannot be
man?
timid.
Do you think he can be the man at Duquesne?
No, I don't.
But you think he can play in the NBA?
No, I don't.
So what are we talking about?
I just think he get drafted. I think his
And
chances of
what?
getting drafted
And then
now,
what? So then what happens?
and
Now
then he
now
just
now he just continues to plummet?
well, no. I think if he gets drafted, I think that it's possible. Like I look at him as a defender. I do. That's what I look at him as. I look at him as a 2D guy, like a defender. I think Draymond said this too. Like he can defend. He can stay in front of you and he can defend. Shit, if fucking CJ McConnell can defend, and fucking Bronny can defend.
The
You know what I'm
only
saying?
difference. So
And he
today I
can
was
learn offense. He can learn offense down the road, in my opinion. He can learn how to score.
let's look at TJ McConnell, right? He was a Duquesne guy, right?
Did TJ go to Duquesne?
Yeah, he's a Duquesne guy.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, he's a
And went
Dukes.
to Arizona and balled out. Am I right or wrong?
I'm not sure, but I don't know what his his
Let's take a look real quick. That's what, perfect example. TJ McConnell 6'1", 195. Great defender, right?
perfect. Perfect. Yeah.
You know what he did
Second
in
round pick. It was a
you
second
know
round pick.
second round pick. You know what he did in Arizona?
Nope.
He averaged 10 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Drafted.
He got you know why? But you know why TJ got in the league? Because his IQ is smart and he's a defender. He can defend.
Yes, and LeBron and
And
Bronny James is only 18 years old. Grow, grow. You are not going to grow in the NBA because you're not going to play. You're not going to play. He's not going to play. He'll be the 12th man sitting on a bench just like Deanis, waiting for his opportunity in the last 35 seconds of a blowout. And that's not what I want from Bronny. That's what I'm saying. Just grow. I think you have more opportunity to build your skill up, build your body up, and then you can come out and get drafted and possibly make an impact as a sixth man, seventh to eighth man, as defensive specialist, and grow into your offense. I just feel like he needs to get his point guard skills up where he can carry the ball, handle the ball, distribute. When I watch him yet today during the scrimmage, he
mhm.
just looks like an athlete.
I mean
He's
he
not
is.
really quick. He's fast, very fast, but he's not quick. He doesn't move quick. He's not like one of them
Mhm.
scrappy 6'1" smaller guys that just say, "Oh, okay, I can see he got a little, you know what I mean, the way he moves with his body, he's just more big and you know, you know what I'm saying? No Diddy on a thicker side. But he doesn't
Yeah.
move like it. He just moves. He just he,
Super no
he's
Diddy.
just young. He's just 18, and you can tell it
Yeah,
just shows.
I feel you, bro. I feel you, man.
But I
I ain't
want the
mad
best
at
for
you.
Bronny, so I'm not looking for him to get drafted so he can just disappear. I want him to get drafted. I want him to be an impact, at least have an opportunity to play and make a team. That's what I want, not
Yeah.
because his daddy's there. You know what I mean? Like, nobody wants that. Everybody wants to kind of leave their own legacy, man.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
why I
tough
blame
when
LeBron. That's why I blame LeBron. LeBron could have shut his mouth the whole time.
it's tough when your dad's LeBron James, man. It's
Yeah,
tough.
but it's also tough when your daddy opens his mouth.
Yeah, but it's LeBron James, so that's tough. That's tough. All right, the game is going on now. It looks like the better was right. Right now, end of the third quarter, Dallas is up. Looks like 12, 79-67. Luca's got 23, 8 and 8. Shy has 24, 4 and 5. Look like they're both leading their respective teams. Nobody has over double digit points on OKC, so it looks like an off night for OKC, really, in OKC. But it looks like Derek Jones and Kyrie do have double digits, and Luca's having a good game, shooting almost 56% and 50% from three. So when Luca and Irving are making shots and hitting over 50%, that's tough to beat with those two.
This is what I'm noticing,
Now,
man. I know. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go no, go.
Just what
Yeah,
I'm noticing. I know earlier on we were talking about these young guys, right? We were talking about these
yeah,
young teams. Between OKC and Minnesota, I think we're starting to see that immaturity. I think we're starting to see the youth from these
yep.
guys. And these veterans are stepping up and leading their teams.
They know how to
And
win.
they know how to win. Exactly. Um,
Hmm.
I'd be surprised, man. I was on top of Minnesota the way they looked the game one and game two, especially game two, man. I just thought Denver had no chance the way they were playing.
Heart of a
I know
champion.
our buddy Sharp was really on uh, Gobert,
Yep.
more being a weaker link of the team in this matchup. I
Yeah.
think that was a good spot check for him on that because it is showing
Hmm.
that. I kind of put my weight on Carl Anthony Towns on Cat. It's like, bro,
Hmm.
at what point are you going to say I'm going to take Joker? At what point in the game are you going to look over and keep seeing Goldberg just continue getting back down to the brim and let this guy score 14, 15 points on him as a one-on-one defender? You're the one that can handle him. As far as you're not going to stop Joker, but you can
Yeah,
slow him down a little bit with your
I don't,
side.
I don't know if he can. I don't know if he can guard Joker though.
But can he defend him better than Gobert?
I'm not sure.
One hundred
Come on,
percent.
you talking about the four? He's a defensive player of the year. 4 years, 4 year,
But
four
Gobert's not a
time.
good. He's not a great one-on-one basketball. He's a help defender. He's a great help defender. He protects the rim. That's the difference.
Hmm.
When you
Yeah.
when you got you stretched out and then driving to the basket, he completely is in a sandbox. Cat Williams is big enough and strong enough to be able to hold that down. He rather guard Michael Porter Jr. You want to know why? Because he wants to go on the offensive end and score and shoot from the three. That shit's
Hmm.
lazy and is a bitch move, in my opinion. Because you don't look at your homie down there and say, "Yo, how many times we at the court just playing rec basketball and some boy getting demolished, and you ain't like, yo, switch, I got him, I got him."
Yeah.
Just off of like competition and competitive in a regular rec
Hmm.
game. Cat out here at the top of the key looking at Goldberg getting dominated by Joker. Ain't not one time you said at the timeout at halftime at practice, yo, coach, I got the assignment. Me. So they ain't make the adjustment, and that's why they getting their ass kicked. Down three or down 3-2 now.
Yeah. So speaking of the NBA playoffs, there was and these parlays are getting silly. Wayne Shelton became famous because he had a three-leg parlay
Crazy.
that had OKC to win it all, Texas Rangers to win it all, and the Kansas City Chiefs to win it all, which was what the odds were with a 50% boost on it, by mind you, on DraftKings. It was plus 1,143,000 odds to one. The bet would have won him $1.7 million, and all he needed was the Thunder to win the game. He
Well, to
did
win a
some
championship.
side, yeah, to win the championship. So he had the Chiefs already won and the Rangers already won. So he just needed the Thunder to win. Now he already had did some side bets. He won over 100K on the game one when OKC went up 1-0, but then he dropped 30K when the Mavs kind of turned it around. And every day the pressure kept building. Now with DraftKings or some of these parlays on some of these apps, you're allowed to do cash out options. Now, supposedly you can do cash out options at the window at casinos. I don't know if you can do that or not. I've never done that before with a parlay. But with the way things are now, it wouldn't surprise me if they have, the liability, right? You talk about $1.7 million in a possible win, and the team that you need to win goes up 1-0. There might be a opportunity there for you to cash out if you take your ticket and you talk to the, kind of, I won't call him the pit boss because that's on craps, but the man
Mhm.
behind the scenes there, almost like Deal or No Deal, the man you can't see. So after it was $100 bet too, by the way. So $100 to
Yeah.
1.7 million. This is crazy odds for $100 bet. You would think it'd be like $1,000 bet. When they went up 1-0, he had an opportunity to cash out at $100,000. Let me ask you this right there and there, bro. Let's stop right there. Would you have cashed out on 100 grand?
I already said it. At that time it was going on, I was saying you gotta get rid of the ticket while the ticket's hot.
Hmm.
Because OKC
Do
still
you
gotta
have
go through 2
that
more
discipline
levels.
though? Do you have that
100%.
discipline though?
I got a $100 ticket, and just the cash out option is 100,000. They were
Yeah,
projecting that ticket being worth more than that. So that means that if he went to Vegas, there was somebody or some investors that would have bought that ticket for a little bit more than just that 100K cash out. He missed the ball on that one. Um,
yeah.
but I would have, because there's still 2 more levels, and the way they played in game 1, they look really dominant against the Dallas Mavericks. So that was just kinda, you had at the height of what they are and what they're gonna do or possibly potentially do. That's why that ticket was worth so much. I only put $100 in, I would have cashed that shit out.
It's really interesting to know when to pull that trigger. You gotta have a feel for it, I think. Um, with $100 ticket, they go up 1-0. The game was in that was in OKC. No, that was in Dallas, right?
It's in Dallas, yeah.
It was in
They
Dallas.
caught the split, yep.
So, man, that's tough. That's really tough. I don't know because if they go up 1-0 in Dallas, I gotta
The game was in
suspect.
I think it was OKC. It was in OKC. OKC's the 1
No, it
seed.
was. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. No, you're right. You're right. They're down 1-2 because they lost game two, and then you get game three. And it's tied up. It's 2-2, right? And now that you're back in OKC, you got to feel like, we might be able to turn it around here. Yeah, that's a
Yeah, but
tough
then where does it go?
call.
Because you're either gonna play Denver or you're gonna play Minnesota. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
you're not getting past that. You're just not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Your matchup is not good enough. Your matchup is too small for both those teams. So for me, that's what I'm saying. The way to get away to the ticket is now, is at least this level. I would have got rid of it. He still made good money. I think he got rid of it for 88,000, right?
Yeah, so the end of the story is he said he couldn't take it anymore. They offered 80K, and but he took the cash out. He went from $100 to 80,000 800. I'm sorry, $80,900 on the cash out offer. He took the cash out offer when I think they were down one. Was it 2-2 or 1-2?
No, just
I
2-2.
forget.
He just did it 2-2 when they were
2-2.
2-2.
Okay. Yeah, 2-2.
Yeah, I think he did like
Okay.
a day ago.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. So yeah, I can't blame the bull.
And he got lucky.
Um,
And he got lucky. He got lucky because OKC stole that last game. So he really got lucky to
yeah,
get that money. Because if he lost and went down 1-3, that tick would have been uh,
you're right. He did get lucky.
8,000 maybe. He got lucky.
Still a
So
crazy
at
come.
that
It's
point,
still a crazy come
it's
up.
a blessing. It's a blessing to get that come up. Yeah, man.
No, it's still a crazy
So good
come
for
up.
him. I wish I could do
Yeah,
it. I wish I could do it.
yeah. I can't. I've done a couple parlays. I think the most I've ever won maybe is like four or
We
five
should do a
grand.
money pot. We should do a money pot 3. We should do that. We should do that.
What, like a championship parlay?
Like a
That's
championship
tough.
parlay.
That's
It is
tough.
tough, but it's, hey, we a
That
betting
that
show.
that
Let's put it.
yeah, that cat been chasing that shit. I know he been chasing that shit. I know he been chasing that shit. Got to.
We can
There's
start
no way.
with we'll start with the
With the
football
bir-
season.
with the birds,
Starting
we
with the
got the
birds,
birds
you'll get some
winning it
good odds
all.
with the birds. You need a real
No,
close
you get no
storyline.
odds with the birds. You're not gonna get no good odds with the birds. You think you're gonna get some good odds with the birds?
if you're looking for a big payout, yeah, they took the Chiefs.
No,
What you mean? The Chiefs was on that ticket.
I don't think the Birds is a good payout. Not
The
now.
Chiefs was on the Chiefs was on the ticket last year. They were defending
Yeah,
champions.
it's just it don't make no sense though to me, bro. Like $100 to win $1 million, like that. Like I'd be messing. Like,
Well, he made the
let me
money
do
off of
it.
OKC.
Yeah, OKC was the really the dark. Like that was the super dark
Right.
horse was
Mhm.
OKC.
And the Texas Rangers was kinda like in the middle, and then
Yeah,
you had the KC, which is probably at the favorite-ish of that. So it's not really a terrible risk. It's just saying, like, you need one underdog to really kinda, like, shine.
that's how it is with all parlays though. You always need one dog.
Yeah.
You need one.
Always
You
need
need
the one
one dog. Yeah, you always need one. You need one
or
long shot to hit to make those things
make a
go.
run,
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
you know?
All right, we are at closing in on the end of the show where we do a one more segment. I just want to remind everybody who's watching, don't forget, I will drop the Eagles video that they dropped on for all of the schedule. So if you guys are still hanging on for that, make sure you kind of stick around. Some more of the Eagles video of their schedule is dropping, the official Philadelphia Eagles video, where we do a segment where actually creation of Be Humble over here talking about let's get busy.
Ye
A little bit quick, rapid fire topics. We only got two though so far. We kind of took some of those topics and kind of talked about them earlier. First topic, real quick, harder. What's see, man? You can't just no Diddy everything. What's the hardest sport, man? NFL, NBA.
Not the hardest sport, that's not what we're talking about. This is the
Okay.
this is the conversation from Austin Rivers. It's been going pretty much viral and on
Yes.
every media
Is it
platform. I forget
Jermaine Jones? Who was that was on the other show from the Green Bay Packers? I think he was a receiver.
Yes.
I think it's Jermaine Jones.
James Jones.
Is it James Jones? Okay, James Jones.
Mhm. And the conversation was with, Austin Rivers saying how he has 30 players from the NBA that can go into the NFL right now and play. And
Okay.
James Jones took the offense to that and saying, because it got a little personal on a follow-up because James Jones had his own opinion, and then Rivers kinda came back and said something more on like, I didn't even know who you are, you're just a Packer guy," type stuff, and then James Jones came back with his stats and who he was and kinda who he was being a journeyman. But anyway, the biggest question is, what do you think is harder to do? Is it easier or is harder, or do you have 30 players that you think can go from the NBA and jump right into the NFL? I think that's absolute asinine. I think it's absolute
Mhm.
asinine. As a football player, that played in the college level, also a basketball player that played at a high school level, and I'm sure there's a lot of football players that played high school basketball and focus more on their football talent because most likely they stop growing, right? They're no longer growing. They stopped at 6'2", 6 foot, whatever the height
Right.
they stopped at. Where basketball players usually that are NBA players continue to rise and become 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", which is almost the key to making the NBA, especially if you're athletic and you got skills and you've been playing the sport. I think that's the
Mhm.
biggest difference. I think the biggest difference in the NBA and NFL is not the athleticism of the players, besides that you focus on a sport, so then your athletic ability tailors to that sport, but it's the ability of height, something that's not controllable. It's a God gift. So I think the transition from an NFL player to go to the NBA will be harder only because of the fact of the height difference that that would withhold the ability from an NFL player to transition. Now, an NBA player being 6'6", 6'7", can transition a little bit easier. Not saying they can come right in and make a team or make and be in NFL, but the transition will be a little bit easier just because of their size. And
Mhm.
we feel that we can develop you as a tight end, maybe an O lineman, or possibly I don't know we had any defensive players or defensive ends at that height that transitioned from the NBA. But the idea to think that you can just drop somebody down into the NBA to the NFL is just bogus. That's just trash.
Well, I
That's
know the NBA is a physical game, but it's just you can't replicate training camp. I
no.
mean, and I don't, and I never been to an NFL training camp. I never been invited to a camp or anything like that, so I can't even speak on it. But there's nothing like football training camp in the summer in the heat, doing 2 days, 3 days, or whatever it used to be. You know, NBA ain't nothing. Ain't you can't compare anything like that because once you start getting hit by grown men in pads on the field, and that continuously happens,
And got to get up
some of these,
every play.
yeah,
You're
like
peeling yourself off the ground every play.
there is something not right with the individual who's okay with hitting another person at a certain as fast as they can in full gear and pads and trying to take their head off. Like, and I feel like I'm a nice guy, but if I'm on the field,
Hmm. Trying
bro,
to kill somebody.
I'm trying to kill somebody. I'm trying to kill somebody, and I don't care if you get up or not. I don't. Never have. Never will. I was straight trying to. I man. So I think there's a in that aspect from a competitive nature, there has to be a little bit of slight little nuttiness or craziness in you to want to do that. Not saying that you can't do it, not say that you're just good at doing this, but you want to do it. Like I wanted to take people's heads off.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I wanted blind shots hots. I didn't want you to get up. I was trying to put you out permanently out of the game. And that's the way I played. And you know, I think there's a different mindset there. So the physical aspect of it, I just don't think these guys could measure up. It's just
But I think
it's a
that's the
different
defense
game.
of them. I think they take it personal because now you're talking about whether they're soft or not and stuff like that. It's a little more technical for me. It's about one respecting each other's sport because they're both completely different sports. And
Correct.
you do
Correct.
not have I don't you can't name me 5 players that can leave a basketball court right now. I don't care who you think that is. You can say Anthony Edwards, you can say LeBron James, you can think of all the biggest and strongest NBA players right now that can step on an NFL camp and make a team. You can give me Jalen Suggs because he once played quarterback and he was a great quarterback, an all-state quarterback
Excuse me.
in high school. That doesn't mean he's going to come and play at NFL at the NFL position and play quarterback. There are superstar football players that played at the highest
I
level in
disagree with
college.
you there. I think you could probably find 5 cats that could probably play in the league.
Who? Who you
I
know
don't
right
know.
now? Who you think right now can put on pads and a helmet and transition and make a NFL team? Who? An NFL team. There's cats drafted and has been the best at their level and that played at the highest level of college football, drafted high and don't make a team.
I'm only saying that they can make it because I think there's probably better pure athletes in the NBA than there are NFL.
There's athletes all over the place, Nate.
I understand that. I'm just
What are
saying
we
who has
talking
the
about?
better I'm just talking about who has the better athletes. Is what I'm saying. And I think the NBA probably has better athletes than the NFL. So if you can take a guy, run fast, jump high, contest well, you can probably put him in pads and kind of teach him how to play football.
And you think they'll make a team?
You you can't teach a 6'8", 325 pound lineman to go shoot a basketball. Like that take coordination. It's a little bit different. It's a different game.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
we're not talking about those the O linemen. I think that's just not what we're
But you
doing.
have but you have to put them in. You can't just exclude linemen and just
Why
go
do
to
I have to
skill
put them in?
positions because
That's
they're
the only
part of the
position,
game.
but that's the
They're a
only
part of the game.
there's only 5 players on the court. They're all 6'4" and
Okay,
above.
okay. I mean, we're talking like the center position is there, right? There's a center on the court
Right.
who's at least 6'8", 6'10".
So who do you think in the NFL and the
Oh, I
NBA
can't answer.
I'm sorry, who
I
do you think
can't
in the
answer.
NBA that can transition and play right away?
I can't answer that question because I don't like it's. I, I can't answer that question because I don't know honestly. But my thought is that In the NFL, what is there? 60 on a opening roster or
Mhm.
on game day, or is it
52.
53 or 60?
53,
52.
sorry, 53.
50 is it 53? Okay, 53 out of 53 out of 32 teams, I can find five people who can play in the NBA. There's just too many guys. There's got to. I mean, shit. Donovan McNabb played in Syracuse and got buckets too. You
Yeah, I
know what
mean,
I mean?
you
Like
got
he
the young kid
played
Coleman. You got the young kid from Buffalo got drafted.
exactly. Like that's what I'm
But I
saying. Like
but
there's
I'm not s
athletes. There's
I get it.
ultra
I think
athletes
you have your
in the NBA.
I think you have your special players that can coordinate to do
Exactly.
that. But to say one
Yes.
can do, and
Yes.
I got 30 players in the NBA that can just drop into the NFL and make an NFL team, and a follow-up that was saying because all they do is run north and south and catch a football pass. First off, do you know how hard it is in the NFL to run north and south first off, and how hard it is to catch a pass? It's not easy. That's not
No, it's
easy.
not. It's
It's
not.
not. Nobody is
It's
not.
not.
It's rarely that anybody can do that. I don't
No,
care
it's
how
not.
athletic you are.
It's not.
So you can
No,
you can do
it's not at
flag
all.
football, and you can have LeBron on all these tapes of him throwing a football and catching it and all that stuff like that. Put some pads on, run a route against one of these defensive backs, and see if you catch a
We
route.
know LeBron's special though.
He's
Like,
and
what
I,
you talking
as
about?
special as LeBron is, he can't strap on a helmet and be successful at the NFL level.
He's
Not right away.
LeBron Brown's 101. You know what I mean?
LeBron
Like
be
he's
Samantha be calling LeBron like, get your ass back home, bro. This like, you got kids now. Come on, it's time to come home. Like, what we doing?
yeah. All right. For the last one of the day, because it's gambling nights, it's a gambling show. Finals is getting close. The close is near for the NBA finals. Man, it was looking like one way, and now it went the other way.
The shit
Right?
flip on
The
the
shit
week. It
flipped
flipped.
right away. For me, predictions. Um, I think it's gonna be the same as last year, right? Was it Denver and Boston last
Boston.
year?
Yep.
I think it's gonna see a repeat of that. Right now, Denver Nuggets are plus 250. My bet is on the Nuggets. They're just I can't. I think they're the most complete team. They know how to win. They know how to go into deep waters. You can never count them out, just like we're seeing now. I think they finish off Minnesota too in Minnesota. And I think you see Denver kind of go on a run here and see Dallas. Like they might sweep Dallas, bro. If they see Dallas, like if Dallas wins this series, they might sweep Dallas. You know what I mean? Like for real.
Yeah, man. I feel
Dallas, Dallas might sneak one, but could you like yo if Luca or Kyrie's off, you can forget about it. You can forget about it, bro. Give
yeah.
me, give me, give me
You
Denver.
Denver to win it all.
Give me Denver to win it all. And they're short, but I like their number. They're plus 2.5 right now on DraftKings. You got to shop around and see if you can get almost 3-1. But I think getting Denver at almost close to 3-1 to win now, especially when they're up 3-2, I think that's good. I think that's good. That's good odds. Everybody else is a long shot right now. Hey, let me fucking around. Let me bring up the numbers that I'm looking at real quick. Like like everybody's a long shot. Like Boston, I don't think Boston can beat Denver, bro. I don't think Boston can beat Denver. So I think it's gonna be the same thing when they run it back. They already saw them. They know how to beat Boston. But give me Denver plus 2.5. And if you want to ask me to tell a dark horse, even though I hate to say it, give me the Knicks. Best big three in basketball.
Yeah, this is interesting because Boston
But
really
the
has had
Knicks,
the easiest route to the championship.
the
I think
Knicks
probably
can't
Boston.
beat. They can't beat Boston without OG.
That's the problem. I just
That's
because
the problem.
the Knicks aren't healthy.
They're not healthy.
Um, Interesting nugget though. I just saw this not too long ago. The last time New York had a earthquake, which we just had not too long ago, the Knicks and the Rangers are both in the playoffs. And
Huh.
they both went to the championship. The Rangers won a championship. The Knicks lost the championship.
Is that the Allen Houston year when he made that? Was that Game
This was
Seven?
OJ Simpson's year. So what is that? 90, what's
Oh
that?
shit,
90 what? 95?
that must have been. That had to be Allen Houston, right?
Yeah,
Didn't they beat Miami in Game Seven in Miami?
I think
And
you're
he had
right.
like he had a he
He
had
had
a
a crazy game. That corner three?
he had, yeah, he had a shot that it bounced almost like Kawhi.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
I think I'm pretty sure that's the last time they've been to the finals that I can think of.
And they lost.
Was and they
The
lost. It
Rangers
was
won.
Allen Houston. Was it Larry and was Latrell on that? Latrell Sprewell on that team
Latrell
too?
Latrell Sprewell? I can
Latrell
remember.
Sprewell. I can't remember
Yeah.
that
But it's
that team.
interesting how like things karma go full circle. You had the earthquake that same year. You had OJ being real popular in the news. You had Rangers in the playoffs going to the finals, and you had the Knicks in the finals. This year, you got earthquake in New York. You got OJ being big news again. You got Rangers in the playoffs, possibly going to the finals, and you got the New York Knicks on the way to the finals. So does that work? How's that work, man? Does the Knicks beat the Boston Celtics if they take? I think the Knicks move forward. I think the Knicks move forward. My question was mainly, how did the Knicks play Game 6? They look at the first quarter, first half, and say, "Hey, we're down 10. We're going to rest our guys and try to take it home at Game 7." Or do right now do they take it because they got 3 days rest? 'Cause they don't play until Friday and try to take it in Game 6.
Nah, they got to get as much rest as they can. I
So
think
what do
you
you
go
do?
if you can go. My strategy, if you can go win, you go. If I'm Tibbs, you if you can go win the series, you go win the series. You don't try to pass it off and say, "Hell, I'll win at home." Unless you getting aired out like they got aired out. Was that Game 4?
Hmm.
Where you could just tell the fatigue caught up with them. They lost by almost like
Right.
30 points.
That's the question. That's what I'm
Um,
saying. Like, are you worried about their health? Are you worried about their fatigue?
yeah, I think so, but I mean it's the playoffs. It's where they are. Um, was it OG Amanobi? Is how you say his last name? I think
And Anobly, yeah,
Amanobi.
And
Um,
Anobly.
Ananobi. Yeah. Um, it's tough because I mean he'll probably try to give it a go, but he's probably not. He's not there. Um,
It's an interesting take. I thought about this before the game happened. I was thinking, I'm saying, yo, if the Knicks win Game 5, I didn't know when the Game 6 was going to start. Now that it's 3 days, it makes a difference. I thought it was going to be a 2 day, 2 day flip.
but what's that line?
Since it's
I
three,
mean, I know they're favorite. I know the Cavs are. I mean, not the Cavs. The Pacers are favorite. 5.5.
yeah, that's a big spread. So the question is, how do you approach this game? Am I telling my guys like, yo, this is what I'm thinking. Health and getting ready to win this series. This is what I might have to do. Like, you guys start off slow. I'm going to pull you guys early. We're going to focus on Game 7. Get your rest. We'll have an extra 2 days, and we're going to bring it home in New York. If you go out
Tell you
there and
right
try to
now.
bust your ass in Indiana and have to turn around less than 2 days and back in New York, probably play on Sunday, that's tough
Tell you right now, man. I might put 5 units in Denver on that money line, bro.
to win. To win, you like them to close
To
out?
win, to win tomorrow.
Yeah, to close out.
Close out. Yeah. I mean, it's just because. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Anthony dropped. And Edwards dropped what 41 last game.
18, 18.
Oh, he had 18. That was the game before that.
Yeah, Joker dropped 40.
Yeah, no, Joker. I think Joker had one for the record books, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 40.
But I mean, if Conley's out again, that's
Con-
tough.
Conley should be back. I think Conley will be back.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna be 100%.
Yeah, I mean, but
That's a
nobody's
short.
100% right now.
That's a short. I mean, if you think about it, it's -2, a short line in a must-win game.
I mean, the question is, what's the adjustment?
What's
Minnesota
a
has not
flip
made any
game?
adjustments. They have not made not one adjustment. Are they going to finally make an adjustment in this do or die game? Hopefully, you got to put your pride away. Is Rudy Gobert going to be the person you're going to have put on Joker? It's going to be the same situation. The difference between these games was Joker can now extend Rudy Gobert and drive to the basket, back him down to the basket, get to his paint, get to his spots, and It's just too easy.
Yeah.
So the adjustment's going to happen to what is Minnesota going to do? I guess them being favorites, they're saying that they're possibly going to make some favorites. I mean, make some changes. But I do actually like your play there to put add some money line. I do like that actually. I
Yeah.
actually do.
Plus 110.
Yeah.
I think they close out. You put them at plus 10 at a plus 110. They win that. And then you follow up. You use those winnings, and you go right back and dump it on them to win it all. They're the best team left, in my opinion.
I like Boston. I think Boston. If Porzingis can get back, I think that's the big piece there. Porzingis can get back by the championship. I think that's a big piece.
Pringles ain't gonna do nothing, man. He ain't gonna slow down Jokers.
No, but he'll spread the court. That's the thing. He'll spread them. He'll spread them out a little bit.
Yeah, whatever. Give me Denver. Give me the Nuggets. All right, you guys have waited long enough. Let's hit you with the official video from the Philadelphia Eagles on their official schedule.
You're here today?
Enlighten me.
We want to assess the psychological readiness of Eagles fans ahead of the 2024 season.
You think we're ready? We're ready!
Okay, why don't we get started, shall we?
When?
The first words that you think of when I show you this.
They're going to Brazil to get their first loss of the season.
When?
I see Brian Dawkins slamming Algae Crumpler right there at the link.
Algae
That's
Crumpler?
what I see.
Yeah. Against
You
the
see all of
Falcons.
that?
Last time the Falcons there. When?
Who that?
3-0.
that?
Yeah.
Who do they think they are? Who that?
Do they not know who they're talking to?
That city's drunk.
I think this is a loss.
What?
Tell me what comes to mind.
What is a Buccaneer?
No, this is a
Some kind of
rematch game.
pirate, I think.
Why not just be the Pirates?
Because there's a baseball team called the Pirates.
I don't know
Baseball
why.
team called
Tampa
the Giants.
always
Stop.
has
What are
like
we
our
talking
number.
about here?
Off the bye, we come off with a
Any
win
thoughts or
against the
feelings?
Browns. We beat New York. That's a win.
Took Saquon. Bet you mad about that.
This could be a
Both played
50-50
against the
game.
Bengals and spanked them.
Well, I would really enjoy spanking them with you.
I think this is a shootout game.
Whoa.
Let's move on.
What was that one?
This is a win.
They call it.
Dougie
Mom,
coming
have you
back
been
to
to
the win.
Jacksonville?
Jacksonville where?
Thank you. That's all I needed.
Oh, we're gonna beat the Cowboys. ass.
me nauseous.
Would you hold on to that for a
Nah.
second? No? Can we do a little word association? Dallas.
Blows.
Cowboys.
Ass.
Victory.
Birds.
That boy's name is Jamie. Funny.
Taco holder.
Taco holder.
I think we beat LA. That's gonna be a tough game though.
Santa, I think you're drunk.
Good offense. Against
You been to
Baltimore's gonna be a
Baltimore?
tough game too.
Do you want to go to Baltimore?
No.
We'll win. We'll lose one of those games.
Yeah,
What
Carolina.
sound would this animal
Just like we lost to the
make?
Jets.
Obviously, we'll beat. Yeah.
Have you met them?
Only got like
Some.
2 or 3
From,
losses
like,
so
that side
far.
of the state.
You can take 2 L's
Yeah.
and make a W.
I was at their
I think
stadium
that's so
going
funny.
to prison.
Have you been to prison?
I've seen movies.
You like prison movies?
Why
Why are you
does
saying it though? Philly don't like
Dallas
Santa, you
suck?
say?
Well, I'd have to answer a question with
Yeah.
a question. Why do they think they don't suck?
The burden of proof
That's
is
a
on
great
them.
question. That's a great question.
Create miracles. Say it with me.
I just did. This has been quite an eventful examination. I've come to a determination about your readiness psychologically for the upcoming season. I can tell you from my professional perspective, I think you're ready.
I'm ready, Doc.
You are
We're
absolutely
ready, Doc.
Ready!
Thank you, doctor.
You are raring to go, as they say.
Go Birds! E-A-G-L-E-S-E! Go Birds!
No bird. I think you're ready, Nate.
I think we're ready, bro. I think we're ready. And on that note,
Take
we will
2
close
L's.
out the show. I know. I love that. I never even thought about that. Two L's. Does that look like two L's?
2 L's, make a W.
I love that. I love that. Thank you, everybody who joined, who watched, who liked, who subscribed, who shared, etc., etc. I'm Lost Money. Let's be humble. This is Gaming Nights. Enjoy the rest of your night, everybody. Have a great weekend. We will see you next week for Bird's Eye View podcast, and we'll be back for another episode of Gaming Nights, episode 8. We will see you guys next week. See you guys later. Yo, my head is shining. God damn, you see that right
see it,
there?
Blinding me all the whole show.
I should have wore a hat.